Is this thing rolling? Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Today I am going to be talking a little bit about 5 things I didn't expect becoming a mom. So honestly, there's probably so many things I could talk about, so I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet and just kind of summarize my experience as a mom so far. But I definitely feel like I have 5 solid things. So for the first one, I would say probably like the immediate connection with your baby. At least for me, like it was something I never anticipated to be so like instinctual. Like obviously you've been growing as human for 9 months and it seems obvious that you would have like an immediate connection with your baby, but I don't know, I just didn't expect that immediate like this is my child. Like I don't know, I know that seems like really obvious, but I think there's just this natural like flip that happens of like I'm a mom, and just the way that your instincts kick in. I think that's really neat because it's actually just the way that the Lord designed us, just to be, I don't know, to be motherly. And I think that comes naturally and at varying degrees for different people, but I think everybody has that instinct. So it was really sweet just stepping into that, and I didn't expect that to be such a like, I don't know, just like a natural overwhelming feeling of, yeah, this is my baby and I'm his mom and like he's mine. Like, so I think that's probably the biggest first general one. I think I didn't expect how much it would change, not my personality, but like who I am, like at my core. Like I don't know, I just feel like it's aged me and in a really like sweet and special way. I think there's just this natural like maturing that it requires to be a mom, and just like the immediate like my life is not my own anymore, and in a really sweet way. And I think that I didn't anticipate like the way that I understand the gospel to be so different because I'm a mom now. I know that might sound really like, what does that even mean? Also, sorry, windows are open. It's a beautiful day, so there might be a little bit of background noise. But that being said, like I didn't expect to understand the Lord's love for me in a different way. And I think that's just portrayed because I love Weston so much more and in such a unique way than I love anybody else, like aside from Marcus. Like I love Weston in a way that no one else loves Weston. And so looking at my baby and realizing like the Lord loves me infinitely more than he loves my child. And I can't even imagine anyone loving someone more than I love Weston, but still like the Lord loves me more than I love Weston. So one, it like really brought my eyes like to a new, it brought like this new like picture to the gospel, and this new like, I don't know, this new depth to the Lord's love for me, because I for the first time like understood a little bit deeper the way that the Lord loves me infinitely more than I could understand, because I feel like I love my child more than anyone could understand. So like even more so does the Lord love me. And like what a unique picture that doesn't really come through anything else. So I think that was such an overwhelming feeling for me, like seeing like this new picture of the gospel. So that's a really cool like second thing. And third of all, like I was saying originally, like my life not being my own. Like I think especially in our culture now, there's just this air of me, like it's about me, it's about what I get to do, what I want to do when I feel like doing it. And I'm guilty of that just like everybody else, but I think I have been forced in a really positive way to just like set aside my own needs for someone else, which is also a really beautiful picture of the gospel, like just pouring your life out. And Weston doesn't wake up every morning and say, thank you mom for waking up 3 times last night to feed me, and he doesn't say, thank you mom for cleaning my dirty butt for the 8th time today, and he doesn't say thank you for any of the things that I'm doing for him. Yet like I give my life willingly to love him and to put his needs above my own. Like last week, I don't think I washed my hair all week. Gross, maybe. I don't even know if I showered all week last week, I'm gonna be straight up. And I know every other mom feels me, so anyone watching this who isn't a mom, do not judge. But for real, like I, like even like the needs of like just not seeing myself first in those things. And I'm still guilty of being selfish, obviously, in other ways, and there's a million things in my life I need to work on, but I think that's something that the Lord has actually squashed so much in me, of just this need to like have things so much for myself. Like I don't feel the need to, I don't know, I just don't have this like grip on my own plans anymore. And I think becoming a mom quickly gives you that perspective, because every day is so much more about someone else than it is about you. And that's not to be said that like putting aside time to care for yourself and to fill up your cup is sinful at all. And Marcus has really enabled me to do that well, like having time with the Lord and being able to be like, okay, I'm gonna go spend 35 minutes by myself. I'm gonna take a shower while you're with Weston, and I'm gonna have this time. And even now, like Weston's getting into more of like a nap schedule, so I get to make this video and do something I'm passionate about and share something that I feel like is fun and important. So anyways, I still get plenty of time to do things that I enjoy, but my more moment-to-moment life is not dictated by me anymore, it's dictated by him, and especially at this age. But I think I needed that. As a selfish 20-year-old, I think I really held too tightly to some things that just are not important, and I think having him has really just flipped my perspective on like what really matters. Like the immediate connection with Weston, and the brand new picture of the gospel through being a mom, and third of all, like just my life is not my own. So those are the first three things. Maybe on a more practical note, growing up, so if y'all have heard me talk about my story or like my family at all, growing up I have 5 younger sisters. I'm the oldest of 5 girls, or 6 girls including me. So I think I definitely had the advantage of obviously being around a lot of babies growing up, and even a lot of newborns, because I was the oldest in my family. So getting to see my mom have all of these sweet babies that are now some of my best friends was really fun. And I definitely think that helped, even with confidence in going into having a newborn. I will not say that it gave me all this like, oh wow, I know just what to do in every scenario, but definitely was helpful, because I didn't feel this like nervousness around like handling Weston and holding him, and just like all kind of the natural things I think just about having a newborn that can feel more intimidating. But I will say, I don't think I was as aware, just because I don't think you're as aware until you have a baby, like at least for me, like of the very like repetitive schedule. Like literally what they need is they need to eat, they need to play, and then they need to sleep, like again and again and again. And I think like especially for Weston's like first month, I really struggled like with that cycle. Hold on, I'm gonna grab him. We were just talking about you in here. Are you hungry? Immediately into the our life is not our own picture. Say hi. Hey. Say hello. And my cute little blue socks and my tan onesie. Okay guys, Wes just finished eating, so we're gonna attempt to finish this video. I decided not to feed him in the rest of the video. I tried, but it didn't work. So anyways, I think for the last thing is I didn't expect like the amount of, I think, humility that is also required to be a new mom. And obviously like as your baby's mom, like there's ways that you do just know best, but I think like being willing to hear from others, especially if you have a community and group of people around you that you trust, that if they have input for you about like whether it's scheduling or something that would be helpful to you as a mom, like things and habits that would be helpful to create for your little one, that would be able to also free you up in moments to do things that you need to do around the house or to take care of yourself, or also humility and just knowing when to ask for help. I think just like being able to say like, actually, like I don't really know in this moment, and what should I do? And I think for me it was pretty easy with some of those things, just because I have my mom is really close by, and I really just like trust and value her opinion. So asking her about things, like, and also just like being willing to like hear from her, like truly, because I think it's one thing to be able to be like, I'm gonna like ask her this question, but really like listening and taking input when it's helpful, and from people who are ahead of you, because I think that's something too at every season of life, like especially as you become a new mom, it is really, really, really valuable to be able to hear from people who have been a mom for a longer period of time than you, or have had multiple newborns and things like that. Just being willing to hear like practical, helpful things, and that has only helped me. It hasn't made me a worse mom because I'm not just sticking to my own and what I think I should do for my baby. It's made me a better mom because I'm willing to hear from others and like receive input and advice, and I'm able to love him better because I'm willing to be humble. So I think that's something I didn't expect to like be so refining. It's just like having humility, learning to ask for help. And also, this is just kind of like a brief encouragement for any moms, especially new young moms watching this. Like, know your limits, like know when you need time by yourself, and know when you do need to ask for help, and when you need someone to come over and sit with you, and realize that you're not a bad mom because you need those things, because you're just human. And I think that's something I've also been reminded of, is like, I am limited in my energy, in my, even in my like, you know, capacity on a daily basis. And also asking Marcus for help, like being open about how I'm feeling, or if I need like literally only 10 minutes to go, like lay down and close my eyes, like just being open about that, because it's really easy to say that we're gonna do that and then to just kind of buckle down and just like do what needs to be done and kind of not say anything. And also I think we can become bitter when we create that habit also, because if we're not communicating our needs, we can't always expect other people to know them. And that's a really good reminder for me, because that's something I can struggle with. Even with friendships, like my friends aren't gonna know that I need help or that I need support, like if I don't verbalize that, or if I don't say, hey, like I need prayer for this. So yeah, humility is just kind of just, I think, all over, like especially being a new mom. Oh, good burps. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video and for supporting us. We're so thankful for you. Thank you for bearing with us. I know that we have said we're gonna kind of stick to a schedule, and we have really tried, but obviously having a newborn and just having a really busy season of life right now, it's gonna kind of vary. So thank you so much for your patience and for supporting us and loving us and just encouraging us in this season. I hope this video was fun to listen to and encouraging to you, and I hope you have a wonderful, restful weekend.